What's up, East Union? Hope you guys had a good weekend and hope that you're finding something productive to do this week. Man, it's crazy times and there's a lot of free time I know on your hands, so I hope that you're making the most of your time. Hey, I'm out here in the shop. Some of you guys have actually been running through my yard the last couple days and you've seen me out here in the shop. I've been building this table, and so this is eventually going to be a nightstand that goes by my bed, and so I've been building this and trying to make it look kind of rustic and kind of antique. So I've been sanding some of the paint away, but I've been thinking a couple things as I've been building this. Regardless of how good the top looks, if I don't build the bottom good, it's just going to be a mess. You know, I put a glass of water on there. If it's not stable, I put a glass of water on there and it falls on the bed and wakes me up and I'm screaming and I scare the kids and, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, it's got to have a strong foundation. Same thing with anything that you build. It's got to have solid foundation to it. And that's where I started when I was building this. The very first thing I did was I cut the legs, got them square, got them sanded down, got them all the same size, length, so it would be stable, it would have a great foundation. Same thing if you're going to build a house. You know, you don't start with the roof, you start with the foundation. Also painting this, like I'm trying to get this antique look. So the first thing that I have to do is put a base coat on there, a foundation coat, a primer. And so the process is you put the primer on there, the base coat, and you top it with a different coat. Actually what I did was I put a brown base coat on there, a primer, topped it with white. So when I sand away the top coat, what you can see, that superficial layer, what's left is that base coat, that primer, that brown kind of shows through, and it makes it kind of this antique look. So kind of fun. But all that to say that Jesus actually talked about this, not necessarily building tables or building houses. Well, actually he did talk about building houses. In Matthew chapter 7, Jesus was talking about two builders. Let me read this passage to you. Matthew 7, starting in verse 24, it says this. This is Jesus talking. He says, "Anyone who listens to my teaching and follows it is wise, like a person who builds a house on solid rock. Though the rain comes in torrents and the floodwaters rise and the winds beat against that house, it won't collapse because it is built on the rock. But anyone who hears my teaching and doesn't obey it is foolish, like a person who builds a house on sand. When the rains and floods come and the winds beat against that house, it will collapse with a mighty crash." So Jesus basically talks about two types of people. He talks about a wise person and a foolish person. Wise is the one who hears Jesus' teaching and builds their life upon the rock being Jesus. He also talks about the foolish builder, that hears the teachings, he knows what he should do, but he builds his life on sand. And when the storms come, their life is washed away, it's beat, it doesn't stand, the foundation gives way. So I want to ask you this morning, like, how's your foundation? How's your life? We've got a lot of free time this week, probably over the next several weeks. I would encourage you, like, all the superficial things of life have been stripped away. Like, you don't have school, you can't go hang out with friends, you don't have ball games, you don't have activities. All those things have been stripped away, and what's left is your foundation. How's your foundation? I would encourage you this week, spend some time working on the foundation of your life. That's your relationship with Jesus and the time you spend with Him. Pour into those things. Stay in His Word, study, read, pray. Make sure that you and your life is built upon the rock of Jesus Christ. Hey, we're going to be coming to you with several things this week, ways that you can stay connected, ways that you can get plugged into God's Word, but nothing can replace your personal relationship with Jesus and the personal quiet time that you spend in His Word. Hey, since I'm an official YouTuber now, I got to throw this in there. This video is sponsored by East Union Baptist Church. Awesome. Also, if you like it, be sure and hit that like button, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button. We'll see you soon.